Lionettes finished their volleyball season for the year in District 10-5A. I'm joined by one of their players, Lindsay Smith, the defensive specialist. Lindsay, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, definitely.
So you end the year 0-10 in district play, which, off the bat, that seems, like such a, like a disappointing way to end the year. But considering your team jumped from 4A to 5A this year and playing some of really what's regarded as one of the best districts in the state of Texas in a lot of sports, especially volleyball, have to be proud of how your team competed in some of those tough games.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Even though our district record doesn't show that we put up such a hard fight, we really did. And a lot of the teams that we played, we went to 4 and 5 matches with them. And even coaches would say, like, this isn't the same McKinney team from years before. And it's true. We've worked really hard to go out and fight hard in this district, and we did. And we had a really good season despite what our record shows. So.
A couple of your best battles were against Plano East. In both of those games, you started out the first set on top. You were up 1-0. In the first game, you were up 2-0, and they came back and won. In the second game, they fought hard and won it in 4 sets.
Yeah, those are both really tough games, especially the first one was so hard just because it was so early in the season, and so we just wanted to win. We just wanted to get a win. And then second time around, it was kind of like the decider if we were going to get on the path to even making it to playoffs. And so that was a really, really emotional game just because losing in such a close match, it was hard. Both of those games are amazing, and they're a good team to play. So.
Allen was another game that you played 3 tough sets against them, but were swept. So that was another tough team you played. But the final game of your regular season against McKinney Boyd, Boyd is a team that went to the state semifinals this year, one of the best teams in Texas, if you think about it, and you took them to 5 sets. Yeah. Talk about that game.
That was my favorite game of the season. It was seriously amazing just because, well, first of all, we're such rivals, and so all week, both schools, like you knew, were getting so pumped, and like even the student body was amazing, and just going into that game, just like the spirit and just the intensity you could feel, it was amazing. And we just went into it just like, we have nothing to lose now, let's just go out and play hard, and we did. And the final match, the 5th game, was just unbelievable. It was just neck and neck the whole time, and then they just ended up coming out on top. But it's okay just because, I mean, they're one of the best teams in Texas. They went to the state tournament and did really well. So to say that we almost beat a team like that is unbelievable. So it was amazing.
What was working for you in that game? What was the reason you were able to stay so close with Boyd throughout the entire match?
We just really communicated and tried to stay together the whole time, and just the vibe in the whole gym was just unbelievable between both sides, just yelling, and just how badly we wanted that game just kept us all working hard and keeping our composure and just next ball, next point. And so that really kept us going the whole time.
What were some of the things about this season in particular that made it special to you?
Just going into the season, not knowing what to expect at all with a new coach, new players, just an entire new district. The whole thing was new, so just the whole thing was really special just because we didn't know what to expect, and to come out and even having such the 0-10 record and coming out and still saying that it was a solid season and that I don't regret anything about it. It just feels so good, and I wouldn't give up anything about it.
Now, you're one of a few seniors that are playing their final year in volleyball. What are you going to miss most about being a part of the McKinney Lionettes volleyball team?
Just the spirit that comes with it, and just how much we all truly love each other and just get along so well. And the whole team as a whole is amazing, and the coaches this year were unbelievable. And just, I don't know, it's a really cool feeling to say that you played for McKinney High, and just, I love that school, and it's been amazing, and I'm going to miss it a lot.
What do you remember about after the final game against Boyd, your last game playing, in high school and then in the locker room? What was it like? Was it very emotional?
It was extremely emotional. I remember just after shaking hands with the other girls from Boyd and then walking back to the coach, and we just all started crying. And not because we were sad that we lost, really. It's just because we put up it was an amazing game, and we weren't sad that we lost. It was just the fact that it was over, and that was our last game, and it was at home, and just seeing the crowd and just knowing it was our last time. And I remember after we were in the locker room after our talk and everything, a few girls, we went back out on the court and just sat there and cried all together. We were just so emotional and sad, just that the whole season was over, that was our final game. So
What do you do now from here on out throughout the rest of the year? Are you going into other sports to play, or is that pretty much over for your athletics here in high school?
Yeah, that's it for me really, just because that was just my only sport. So now I'm just focusing on getting ready for college and everything.
Are you going to continue to practice with the team throughout their off season, or are you just going to kind of end as far as school activity volleyball?
Yeah, we kind of finished now, but every now and then we'll go back and play and just hang out with the team and stuff just to be together again. But that I won't practice anymore or anything because now they're getting ready for next year.
Who are some of the other seniors that, along with you, are leaving that you're going to miss being around?
Logan King, she's one of my good friends, and so we spent all 4 years together playing volleyball. And then Carmen Jackson is amazing. I respect her so much as a player. And Anna Robertson is great, and Kimbo Blackier, and Shannon Green. We've all been together, so it's hard leaving them, but it's been fun. So. And
how do you feel the McKinney Lionettes are going to be next year? Do you think the returning players, who's going to be sort of the leaders of the team next year?
Next year is definitely going to be a solid team. I have no doubts that they're definitely going to go out fighting and wanting to win every game just because of the team that we are. And I know a lot of people to look for will be Claire Embry. She was a freshman this year, but she was extremely vital to the team. And Hannah Pruitt will be a great DS next year. And just Megan Drummond, definitely, Erin Hoppy, everyone will be extremely vital. And they've been together for a while now, so they'll definitely know what to do, and they'll definitely be a strong team next year.
Well, Lindsay, thanks again for coming here to talk with us today about your season. And even though it's 0-10 in the district, I know some of the times you're put in those situations where sometimes the team's talent level is just really high. And the fact that you're able to play so well against some of these teams, a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, definitely.
And so that will do it for the McKinney Lionettes volleyball season. What wasn't, the dream season that I would have hoped for, but certainly a lot to look forward to next year as well. And for the seniors, they enjoyed playing, throughout their whole entire high school career.